cities and sanctuary states are doing are harboring criminals.
That wouldn't be it, man. Any serious crime, every politician, including Obama, got rid of anybody who did a serious crime. No one shed a tear. Only when they started going after everybody indiscriminately did this shit become an issue.
Okay, well, Trump is doing the same fucking thing as Obama did.
Not even a little bit.
Deporting
like 80 or 90% of the people that Obama deported were actual like convicted criminals in the United States. Trump's is like below 15%. I think it's closer to 5%.
It's because the county jails. Now wait a minute. I'm sure you've probably seen this.
Wait
a minute. Wait a minute. You've probably seen this. The county jails and the state correctional facilities are not turning these fucking idiots over to immigration. Why is that? Give me one logical reason why the county jails and the state penitentiaries or prisons, whatever, are not turning these people over. Tell me why.
It's a red herring, but I'll let one of them cats engage.
It's not a red herring.
Now, on that, the states have decided, a few states have decided to withhold people that are being released from jail to ICE who clearly are under a detention order. Now, though, on that, I don't know either way. I don't support it, but at the same time, other than legislation, I don't know how to change it.
The only way to change it is to vote. And the biggest problem...
well, something like that wouldn't be something that we would vote on, huh? Something like that wouldn't be something we would vote on. It would be something that your elected official would, or not official, your elected representative would vote for. And what we need to do is make sure to vote for. We need to make sure to vote for the elected individuals. We need to make sure to vote for the elected individuals who are capable of doing the job. And it seems to me like lately we have chosen the most cool, basically, influencer, social influencer. We don't really care about the policies behind the individual. It's who's got the best gotcha, who's got the best meme, who's got the... And I don't think that we should be going after that type of politics.
Well, the thing that irritates me both is on the left they say, "Oh, well, we want these people. We want these different ideologies." And I'm not going to go into it because Sarah is not here, and I don't want to change anything. It's not my part. Not my point.
Well, it's not hard. It's all right if you want to change.
Illegal immigrants, is that who we're talking about? Or are we just talking about diverse people?
Hold on 1 second. Dearly beloved, we've been brought here today to lay Sarah Mater to rest. She has passed beyond this panel world and we can no longer communicate with her. So if you're out there, Sarah, know that we all love you, we support you, we hope that you make it back into the fold as soon as possible. Thank you.
By the way, we got
dry eyes for clear eyes.
Sarah. We got people who can bring you back from the dead, apparently.
Calm down.
We know to talk to them.
Router was rebooting.
Now,
every week somebody come back from the dead over here.
Speaking of vote, one of the topics was about what was the topic? It was something about
you changed the topic yet.
How can you change it to vote?
Yeah,
the vote. Remind me where it was.
It was, hold on, I'll tell you exactly. Should NATO be required to contribute military assets to reopen the secure the Strait of Hormuz? Does the SAVE Act effectively create an unconstitutional poll tax by requiring paid documents for voter registration? Was President Trump's public disclosure of Rep. Neil Dunn's private health information ethically justifiable in the name of congressional transparency? Is the Trump administration's rule restricting CDLs for roughly 200,000 foreign drivers a necessary safety measure that outweighs the economic consequences? And is Candace Owens' exposure of Erica Kirk and TPUSA through her Bride of Charlie series ethically defensible despite the grief involved at Matt Walsh's criticism? That was the topic.
If I could, let's do the one about NATO.
Hey, there's a Sarah.
We need Sarah.
Spin is
Well,
here.
kind of. We got weird noise.
What
Your
happened?
mic's not working.
No, James wanted
You got track leads.
She's not all the way back. Your mic's jacked.
You got track leads.
Mike's jacked up.
That's my you know why? Because my broadcaster.
We got to get 10th, man, to cast the spell again. It cast the spell again, 10th, man. She didn't come all the way back.
While I'm fixing my mic, I just gotta wait for that thing to plug in.
You got to be quiet, girl. Your mic sucks.
It's like a nightmare. It's wrapped inside of
Sasquatch, speak for her.
I tortured you.
You're gonna scream it.
You are torturing us. Yes, you are.
Hold on, I think it should be.
Hey, Dusty.
We already knew she liked that shit.
Pimp.
There you go.
What? No, you're horrible.
You're still all fucked up, Sarah.
Drop out, come back in. Unfuck your shit.
If I could, the Spin City one. While Spin is up here, let's do the war one, the NATO one, because that'll be fun as long as he's up here. Go ahead, Flo.
Is it set now?
I was just gonna see if
No, it still sucks.
I was gonna see if you. I think I've asked you about this. Have you seen the guy that's running around with your avatar sneaking up on my panel and then not
I've seen him on a bunch of panels. If it's the same guy.
It's just some white dude. Some white dude like my age. I've never seen him anywhere else. He doesn't do anything. He's just like, hey.
I saw him once, yes, in your room, yes. But yeah. I've been getting texts and shit. You trying to come over here, Joe? I'm like, no, I'm on another panel somewhere. I've been getting texts about that. He's getting around.
It's great. He's great. Okay,
well, he's like a good catfish. He's not a bad catfish that runs around doing shitty shit. He's like good.
Yes, he's not. Don't seem harmful. And
he just waves.
Yeah.
Would you guys rather bang Erica Kirk or Candace Owens go?
Candace, stop it. No one's going. Oh, I'm about to say no one's going to say Erica. She's mean. I don't know, man.
Your mic's working, right?
She just seems mean,
Never
bro.
think you're chicken crazy.
Sound better.
You sound much better, Sarah.
Good. All right, hold on. Wait a minute. James requested in the chat for a topic change, and I told him in the chat. Good, fine. I'll be louder. How about that?
Didn't change anything.
You could probably go up a little bit more,
Go louder.
Sarah.
Louder.
Yeah.
Harder.
Yes. Deeper too.
Okay, now hold up. James requested in the chat for a topic change. What?
No volume change whatsoever.
What?
Your Mercury is full red tonight.
It's okay. Well, we've got a storm passing through right now. So hold on. Who's backstage? Tony.
Someone's shooting sperms at that ant.
Tony Drake, just a quick cam up for me back there, and we'll be happy campers. You don't have to stay on cam, but I just need a quick hello back there. Are you naked, Tony? Are you naked?
I can vouch for Tony. I don't think I've ever seen on camera though.
You're not naked. You look very nice though, sir. You can turn your camera off now. You're good. Thank you. You just hit the little button, turn it off. And turn it on, turn it off. Okay. All right. James requested in the chat for a topic change, but I told James, you know what to do if you'd like a topic change. Okay.
Oops.
Did he know what to do? Did he do it? No, he hasn't. Speaking of what he should do, Iotin sent in a big 5, says, I don't even agree with illegal immigration, but to act like you are somehow better because of where you happen to be born is tarded. Spin, what say you? And of course, I have Andrew from Dragon Fist backstage now, waiting to come up. If you want to see him up, you cannot boot Spin, unfortunately. He's been locked in. He's been here since the get-go. You can't boot Joe Cool. You can't boot... yeah, that's the only two.
Motherfucker in there. I don't know.
Was there...
Spin's been getting a lot of love tonight.
I don't know. I'm high, though. I don't know what
Balderson is no boot.
Balderson.
That avatar is
no
creepy
boot.
as shit.
I love her avatar, and I love her paintings. She's got some interesting paintings. If you go over to her on Twitter, you can see her work. What say you, Spin?
Well, Iotin, I guess that's how you say your name. I do not think that I am better than anybody else. I just feel that if you are an American citizen, you have I don't know.
Inalienable.
Yes. Yeah. Basically.
Then the Declaration or whatever it was say that all men had these inalienable rights, not just Americans. They said God has given it to all men.
It's true. The Supreme Court has actually upheld, not other countries. If you go look at their constitution, it doesn't say none of that shit. So you're gonna have to talk to them about that and stop bringing that trash here, because here
I asked them about our constitution. I say, didn't our founding fathers say that we hold these truths be self-evident that all men are created equal? I hope this is the right one. It has been given certain inalienable rights. Among them are the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. All men are given these rights under God.
There's a very clear reason for that, Joe. All of the founding fathers of the time were not born in America, so they needed to have a protection under the Constitution that they were making.
Because we know their real
when
feelings.
They knew that they were not born in America.
I bet
it was about to create a superpower for the natives and be like, what happened?
Well, also it's a unique one-time situation that they had to deal with. That's not going to happen again.
Right. But the Supreme Court has upheld that people that are non-Native Americans have a certain level of constitutional rights. Now, I believe it's the first 8 amendments. It's up to unreasonable punishment. So they get due process. They do have a freedom of speech. They're up into the state rights. Then they lose those rights.
Okay.
Sasquatch. Due process is.
Okay, so Sasquatch, you feel, I just want to clarify that if you come into this country and invaded this country illegally, and
issue with the way you use your vernacular, sir. You use your language to create an emotional charge in what you are saying, trying to drive people just like you strongly.
Okay. I'm not trying to straw man or anything.
I'm picturing guns and tanks at this point.
And undocumented immigrants.
I can't hear you.
You have documented immigrants and undocumented immigrants. You have legal immigrants and illegal immigrants. The good and evil or the charged language that's involved there is immaterial.
Okay. The illegal immigrants.
So you know how we know they're not invaders? Because they can make anchor babies.
That's a good point. That's a good ass point.
According to the 14th Amendment, an invader cannot make an anchor baby.
Josh coming in with the big 5 says Trump admin fighting courts to remove legal status of 350,000 Haitian refugees. The very next day it's approved, MAGA will pretend they were always illegal. Any thoughts to that from the panel?
Ooh, they broke a law.
What law did they break?
Well, whatever Trump say, they're going to be like, man, it's a newest an executive order. It's the law.
Of course, a libtard will always say Trump is breaking the law. Of course.
No, I'm not saying the people got to go back because they broke a law, not Trump. The people got to go back. That's going to be your argument. They all got to go back. They broke a law. It's illegal now. They say they got to go back. That is now the law. So, you'll be happy with it. There'll be no heart there. And none of that Christian shit that you pretend all the time.
The pretense for them being here.
Hold on a second. Haiti is one of the only countries that we accept refugees from that actually can attain true refugee status here. There is a chance they get in a boat and end up on America's shore. It's not like that with Egypt or freaking Pakistan or any of those other African countries that they're not supposed to be able to seek refugee status. You don't climb in a boat in the South African current and land in You're not paddling across the fucking canal over here and being like, oh, it just happened to blow up. No, Haitians can do that. They have the ability to seek actual refugee status and should get it in certain circumstances. Now, the fact that there's a guy named Barbecue sitting on a throne of skulls, I think that's the appropriate circumstance.
I'm not going to disagree with you, Squatch. Just in the abstract,
really
right?
want to though.
No. I'm just going to say in the abstract that, like in this case, if that status, which is why they're here, is legally removed, then their legal reason for being here has been removed. And
I get that. That's why I'm making this statement. That's why I'm trying.
Although I agree that in this specific case, I don't think they should be, because Haiti, is in a really bad state right now, and I'm perfectly okay with taking care of some of these people for a while that shit gets sorted. And
Haiti's had a bad turn of it for a while. I mean, they had a regime change followed by an earthquake, followed by the.
I would have died a week for playing a role in that shit.
It's a bad place
play
to
a role in everybody else.
Again, if they have done things legally, whether they are foreign or whatever, I have no problem with them being here and having the benefits of being here.
So you just want laws upheld,
unless you're an asylum seeker.
I want to chase that law shit, but it's 10 motherfuckers up here. But yes, that's
absolutely
all about the law. That is your argument. That argument cannot hold.
Hold on just a second. Ben, are you still here? Oh, you're still here. Okay, I didn't know.
He's out shaving the alpacas.
I didn't know if you were still here or not. I was gonna tuck you away for a little bit if you guys had to step away for something, or I didn't know if you had a power outage as well.
Do we got to pay extra for that?
We're good. If you need to put me in back, I don't really have anything to contribute on this topic.
I feel like she's gonna spurg out if she starts.
I think we should. Well, what do you think about Spin? Spin City's over here mouthing off. What do you think about him? And before you answer that, just so you know, the gauntlet is officially open. If you're watching over on the Rage Tomato side, start moving over to the gauntlet. I'm setting up the raid now. All my internet's running slow as shit. But start moving over. You already know where you're going. Get over there now. Okay, go ahead, Mrs.
No, one point that Spin is making that I like. One point. Sorry.
I don't remember asking you. I was asking the lovely lady of the panel. What her opinions on Spin were, because I know
well, thank you, Sarah. Okay, thank you very much.
I'm assuming, Spin, that you come from an America First platform, and I guess the only thing I really have to say is that your Americans are your platform. It's not us versus the libtards. It's not the libtards versus the whoever. It's Americans versus the government, and then our government is supposed to protect us from the world, not go out and bully the world. But America First is taking care of Americans and people, and
absolutely.
If we hate each other, if we're divided, that whole stupid cheesy saying, "United we stand, divided we fall." It's true. If we see our neighbors as our enemies, then we've lost.
Well, the lovely Mrs. Balderson, hello. I do agree that I do come from an America First platform. I do not believe that we should be taking care of any other country, any other race, creed, religion, but America. I do not believe that we should send money to other countries.
So certainly shouldn't be having these wars. These wars are expensive. Certainly shouldn't be doing none of that, right?
I'm talking to Mrs. Balderson. I'm talking to Mrs. Balderson.
I understand that, bro. Don't. I want to be nice.
Okay, so
be nice, Joe.
So,
was that a long ass pout?
No, I'm not pouting at all. I was waiting for people to stop.
That's a long ass pout. I'm gonna come right at your ass if you act like a bitch.
Okay. Well, then come at me. So
I was with these gushers, and there's only 5 gushers left in these packs anymore. Is this the Mexicans' fault?
Mexicans' fault for what?
For the illegal immigrants come over eating all my gushers.
I don't know about eating all of your gushers.
No, I just think you need to stop being such a sensitive little baby.
Well, I'm not a sensitive little baby. I believe that American money should be spent in America, not into Canada, not into Uganda. Not sent over to overseas I know we got rid of USAID, which I think is absolutely fucking fabulous. I believe that American problems with the epidemics that we have, with the homeless, with veterans being on the street, whether it's by choice or not, I believe all of the money that we are spending on overseas.
You want more socialism and less imperialism.
Okay, I don't disagree with that. I think that Americans need to be taken care of better than what they are. I mean, I could take you on a drive right now, 15 minutes from my home, and show you one of the biggest problems that is facing Florida.
To do with immigration. Homeless people has very little to do with immigration.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you agree with an illegal person coming across the border of this country in the last administration? We should give them Medicaid, a place to live, thousands of dollars a month to live. Do you agree with that?
Before you answer that, Dusty, I'm officially shutting down the Raging Tomato side, sending everybody over to the Gauntlet. If you're watching on the Raging Tomato YouTube, you will automatically be redirected to the Gauntlet. So here you go. Have your fun riding the wave. And I will remove myself now, and you guys can, sorry, clicky button. Clicky, give me the button. Sorry. Continue. You can answer now.
1 second. People over on pilled.net, you do not have to do anything. You will stay on this stream. Don't worry about anything on YouTube. I'm sorry, Dusty. Go ahead.
So I think that they should be given benefits. I have a more nuanced look at it. I'm not necessarily opposed to it because I don't think that illegal immigrant is a net negative on the economy. I think having an untaxed labor pool in the overall economy where we're overtaxed, I think you'll agree with that.
I agree. I agree with you.
Right. I think it trickles through to us. So I think that the net cost savings that we get on, say, I worked in concrete before I did YouTube. People go through life without realizing how much like sewer infrastructure we sit on top of. That is made with cheaper labor. If we had to pay union wages for all that shit, guess what? Your city bill is going to skyrocket. So when I look at, I don't like answering just that sliver of a question because I think the whole economic picture is a lot more nuanced. And on the whole, again, nobody knows for sure, but my perspective is that illegal immigration provides a cheaper labor pool that is of benefit to everybody at the end of the day.
Well, okay, it may be a benefit, and I am by no means abreast of that because I did a very professional job. Okay, where there were FBI background checks, criminal checks. I mean, you had to be a U.S. citizen to do the job that I did for 26 and a half years. The point I'm trying to make is untaxed, unverified, undocumented, illegal immigrants coming into this country getting paid cash. Okay, what other than cheap labor? Okay, and as I said, I agree with you. What benefit to the American taxpayer do they have?
Well, I mean, that's it. That is their benefit. Even if they send 100% of the cash they're paid home, their economic input is greater than their economic withdrawal from the economy. That's why they're being paid for it, right? So I think that and the way that we solve this is we just stop giving free handouts. We don't need to do the Gestapo shit. We don't need to be shooting citizens in the street. We don't need to have militarized vehicles rolling around picking up people whose paperwork's expired. We just need to stop giving free handouts to people who are here illegally.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, listen, I have always said, and I am not a benefit drawer by any means. There are people out there that are drawing Social Security and Medicaid and food stamps or the food card, whatever the fuck you want to call it, that have no business getting the benefits. My point is America first.
Okay.
Why should we now wait a minute. Let me digress for just a second. Did you or did you not say that the labor pool or the cheaper labor pool, they're sending that money back across the border? Did you?
I didn't say. I said even if they send all of it back, the net economic gain is. I have an economics degree, so that's how I look at things.
No, I understand. I took that. Go ahead.
So there's a net economic gain to us, even if they send all the cash back. We still have a net economic gain.
Okay, so those illegal immigrants, whether they send that the 100% of our money back to their country, they're still drawing up to 4 years ago. They were still drawing the $2,500+ from the government. They were getting Medicaid. They were getting the food card, food stamps, whatever, and a free place to live.
That varies by location, but
okay, let's say New York City, the biggest one of them all.
Let me just grant it, right? Even then, still, the best logical way forward seems to me to obviously be you just cut off the money bleed. You don't make a whole new money bleed and then infringe upon actual citizens' rights in order to enforce that by getting full militarized enforcement of this.
Listen, I have always said I never really want to see the United States Marines and armor-plated vehicles and people with M16s, whatever the fuck weapons they're going to carry, go through the streets of my fucking neighborhood. Okay? Mm-hmm. But what control do you and I have? What control do you and I have over that?
You say but. How dare you say but? There is no but at the other end of that sentence, sir. You never want to see that, period.
Okay, forget the but. What control do you and I have, Dusty, over that?
The influence that we have on popular opinion. Popular opinion actually has a big influence on politics, and you and I both have channels, so we're both doing our little tiny bit to move public opinion. So, I mean, that's it. It's a soft power, but it's not nothing.
Okay.
Protests.
So, just to land it, Dusty, right?
Right.
I never want to see the United States military have to take action on U.S. soil. However, saying that, if it would happen to happen.
You don't feel right saying this shit.
What?
This is wrong. What's coming after this is all incorrect.
Every time say however or buts or sometimes or
how.
He don't shake it. Go ahead, Chip. Whatever your name is.
However, if it happens, what control do we have other than to go to the polls and vote?
Well, going on your channel and supporting the actions of ICE while they're doing atrocious shit in the United States of America is not moving the needle in the direction that you said, which we need to enforce the laws otherwise and then attacking Americans with militants in the street. Go on.
Let me respond real quick. I'm not trying to control things. I'm trying to change your opinion. That's it.
Okay. I didn't know who he was talking to.
That's okay.
I was talking to you.
MAGA turds and lib turds are the issue. They want us divided. Well said, Mrs. B. Mr. Balderson, your wife is dropping bars up in this bitch. And your goal has been officially set and charged. If you want to keep the show going, you've got to continue making those donos in with the big tens or above. Also, Andrew is hanging out backstage waiting to come up. If you want to see him up, you got to get somebody else off the screen. Anybody that has the no boot statement under their name cannot be booted. Otherwise,
Stop
yes.
it, Dusty.
Is my mic still coming in? Because I'm getting.
You're fine, Sarah. I can hear it just fine.
So one thing I'd like to make clear, everybody. So I'm wondering from everybody on panel. So I believe that there should be some sort of immigration control and enforcement. I don't think there should be some sort of open borders idea. And the reason why I say this, if we take the numbers of, let's say, Japan or China, they would well overwhelm our country if they were just allowed to just walk right in without any type of citizenship application. So I do believe that we should have, border control. I also believe that we should remove the people that come here, and without even trying to ever become legal whatsoever. But I don't think where I think that you're kind of undermining your argument is when you start going with the asylum seekers who are using a legal form to try to enter the country.
We're just going to go round and round on that one. He can't separate those two in his mind, which is why he keeps conflating them in his arguments.
Yeah, he argues one side, which is good, and then kind of throws the argument out the door with the undermine.
But who determines the asylum?
The U.S. government.
The U.S.
government. But they're the ones that aren't giving due process, right? That was the original argument.
Well, what's happening is they're having a hard time finding a way to incorporate this person into our society as a legal citizen under the laws of the United States, because often they have assigned marquees. They have worked with enemies of the state. But they're trying now to remove themselves because often their countries are being bombed to dirt, and they don't want to die, and they would like a chance to start a new life here, but there's certain laws that are preventing a legal status.
Okay.
The United States has chosen to take on that.
Okay, wait a minute. Tell them to go to Canada. Tell them to go to Israel.
Oh, they do. They take over Canada.
Iran. Why is it always...
They go into Canada the same way. Many countries have to end up doing this with people that can't necessarily be incorporated within their citizenship, but they want to. They want to live the American dream. To the United States, and often you have to show to the United States with a citizenship test that you have the knowledge of the United States of Americans base underneath you. And one thing I found strange was once people in America were given this citizenship test, most of them couldn't pass it. Most of the American citizens couldn't pass the same test that people who are seeking asylum have to pass.
Ooh, backstage, I've got Andrew and Bones, both arch nemesis. Their nemesis backstage hanging out. I'd love to see them come up and play. Tony Drake, my mother has asked in the chat if you have spoken yet, and I don't think I've heard you speak. That's a bootable offense, sir. What say you on the topic? Mr. Drake.
Well said.
10,
well said.
9.
He did unmute.
Guys, can you hear me? I'm sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm in Australia, and from what I can see, America is bloody near finished. I don't know what's going to happen. The globalists are running this world. The parasitical globalists. They start by telling you live on a spinning ball. That's a globe.
Oh, man. Oh, boy.
And Zeb coming in with a big 20. Zeb coming in with a big 20 says for both backstage, pick 2 avatars. All right, who's in? We got Zers. Let's see, Joe came in for the call when I sent the StreamYard, so I'm going to leave him up.
Hey,
out of
I'm going to have a cigarette. You can go ahead and drop me back for 10 or whatever it is. Or
all
20.
right, well, Tony and Zers backstage And we get Andrew and Bones coming up. I love these two paired together. It's lovely. It's exciting. It's glorious. Now, question, do you both have something that's still on this topic? Because if not, I can push forward to another topic.
Thank the Lord.
We can move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, no, all I would have to say is that in regards to the asylum claims, it is an immigration judge under the DOJ that adjudicates asylum claims, which would fall under the executive branch specifically.
Yeah, so our concern is only that anyone can just come here and claim asylum. That's what Spin City is trying to say. Like anybody can.
Yeah, people can claim asylum, but
right, so that's
claim
adjudicated. There's fraudulent claims of asylum. It's not the asylum.
Yeah, because they get adjudicated.
Who's processing those claims?
We need to differentiate that position. It's not the asylum.
So who's processing those claims though?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's our issue.
Yeah, so people can claim asylum fraudulently, but it'll get found out in court. Is the point. And even then, most asylum claims that are like fraudulent are still going to be denied for the most part anyways. So
yeah, it's something like 65% of asylum claims get turned away. So if we would just get more judges and process this shit, most of your problem would probably be solved.
You just can't stop making reductive arguments. It depends also on which administration.
Wait, how's it reductive? I'm so sorry. How's it reductive?
What they grant as asylum.
I'm so sorry. How's that reductive?
Because you're not taking into account which administration is in office. That's a huge factor. When you had the Biden administration,
what's going to be the difference? What's going to be the difference in adjudication? So what's going to be the difference in adjudication? I'm so sorry.
One would pass laws, one doesn't.
We might not agree that all those people.
He's not going to answer.
Asylum.
So Biden didn't answer this, but like, what's going to be the main difference
like saying you can't send people back to Haiti.
I'm so sorry, Spin City. Biden did not have open borders. He actually did have some of the border policy. We would even do like title.
Who was enforcing it? Who was enforcing it?
I'm assuming people at Border Patrol, if they're like doing any like interactions with people at the border. I'm assuming immigration judges adjudicating the immigration claims. Like what else?
But wait a minute. But the administration said, "Oh, they came here. Oh, just give them a ticket," and they let them in the country.
Yeah, how else are you supposed to adjudicate the claims?
Yeah, they had 11 million asylum seekers who sought asylum at the border.
We think that's bullshit.
So that's not how you process asylum claims. I'm so sorry, but the UN requires that if you're filing asylum in the country that you're trying to file asylum in, you have to be inside the fucking country.
No, we're not subject.
We abide by those laws.
You can be at the port of entry. You don't have to be inside the country. You can be at the port of entry. And
by the way, the law that didn't get passed at the end of the Biden administration was going to change that rule.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
you're right on the border. Yeah,
it was going to do a lot of other bad shit too.
Not arguing that.
Okay, so the Biden administration, the Biden administration opened the floodgates.
No, they
which
didn't.
has caused.
That's like
followed the law. They just followed the law.
True.
They undid an executive order and they followed the
unfortunately,
the
Biden administration actually had more people as a percentage of claims being processed coming in. Then of course there are still going to be more people coming in because of the greater influx of people coming into the country. He was still reporting about 50% of the people that were trying to get into the country.
What?
Yeah. What do you mean? What? Do you have like a different figure?
Show me where.
One second.
Show me where Biden fucking deported anybody.
1 second. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Show me.
Look it up.
No, I'm not fucking kidding you.
Every meme that comes in front of your face.
While you're looking that up, Mr. Balderson at Powder Dusty wants to know if we can get an alpaca.
You got caught doing something wrong, bro. What you jump for?
It's spring, so they are horny as hell. And
oh damn!
They got you staring at them with that look on your face.
Well, Dusty's gonna come in.
Yeah, there's shenanigans going on over here.
I myself am also an alpaca farmer now.
He's gonna come in with his cowboy hat right in the spring season when the alpacas are the horniest, and he's gonna help you, Balderson, with all of those horny alpaca. And Big Sarge says, let's be honest, no matter the administration, the borders are open. Hashtag subject change. All right. Bones, did you look up that information?
That's a fact.
Yeah, 1 second. I've got it right here. I just need to find the actual chart for it.
All right, you get
Trump
that.
was
And
the-
then,
I
then
was
we
referring
will-
to figure between like 2021 and 23, where Biden was deporting about 50% of the encountered immigrants, which is higher than like Trump's in a comparable period. I just gotta find it now.
Go get your
This,
fucking pie chart off of CNN.
Why would I find it off of CNN? Why would I just not go to like the direct source of it?
Yeah.
And you believe that?
Says the guy.
You're more.
Yeah,
You're more.
I don't know. I believe people that
He
actually
can't win.
moron.
He can't win. What are you supposed to do now?
You're more of a moron than I thought.
Damned
You don't
if I
even claim the
do,
source,
damned
you
if
just
I
say
don't.
shit.
God damn.
Nobody's coming in now.
Yeah, let me
Nobody's
just like
coming in now.
let me just say
10,000
something
people a day
that's
were
like I
coming in
know
today.
to be false. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
There's nobody
Do
coming
that
in.
instead.
Nobody.
All right. Are we ready?
Andrew, say what you said, please.
Yeah, I
Say
don't even
what.
know what we're arguing about. Nobody's coming here now. 10,000
Nobody's
people a day
coming.
were coming here then.
You actually
What are we
believe that?
talking about?
Yes, I absolutely fucking believe
Are
it.
you
That's
that
a
gullible?
fact.
Are you
All
that
right.
gullible as to think that no one is crossing
Oh
that border
my-
illegally?
In
That
truth,
no cartels
this
are
is
crossing
why
that
I
border?
say
That
Border
come on.
crossings are way down, my friend. Way down. They were
That's a little different.
10,000 a day.
No, I didn't say that they weren't down,
Okay.
but I said,
so
do you
what
believe
are
that there are
guys
no
trying to
border
argue?
crossings?
Like, I don't even understand what your point is. And sorry, Dusty, not to bring you
Okay,
into this, but to
shift
say
that goalpost,
there's
buddy.
that they're not a drain on society when we just caught them stealing $9 billion is really dumb. Like,
19.
Illegal immigration.
All right, let's go ahead and
Okay,
move
okay,
on.
you want to
Hold on, let me
to-
respond to him.
economics.
Wait,
Let's
you want to
go
talk
ahead.
about fraud?
Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. All right.
Fraud is different from
okay.
immigration.
Joe,
Immigrants
I'd like to give you
The war
Joe-
shit, I think Spin will be just as entertaining if we do the war shit.
Joe, I'd like to the NATO, should NATO be
Yes.
required to contribute? Okay. All
So
right.
like the
Next
same
topic.
arguments and shit.
It will drag in very well. Spicoli is now waiting backstage. Just don't.
Please, nobody
Just don't.
shows love.
Oh,
don't.
Lord. Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
the prompt
Y'all look young,
gentleman, because Trump came out and basically said
I'm going to fall on the
NATO's
sword for Spicoli.
Zeus was ahead of him.
Damn you,
Hey, Dusty.
Dusty, you're a
hey,
legend.
Dusty, Spicoli's not next in line. Zers is.
That's funny. Very good.
Motherfucker. All right. All right. To Mr. Joe Cool. All right. Recently, Trump came out saying that NATO is basically a bunch of bitches and they should own up. And they've been basically mooching off the NATO concept and making USA handle all of that busy work. And when the US comes in and says, all right, time to go protect shit for the Strait of Hormuz because it's good for everyone, so on and so forth, yada, yada, yada. I think France said they're backing out, or the French said, like, oh, we're not going to do this, yada, yada, yada. So the question officially to the panel, oh shit, now I got to reopen it. There we go. Should NATO be required to contribute military assets to reopen and secure the Strait of Hormuz? Mr. Joe Cool.
Spin. I like to hear what he thinks first.
You want Spin to go first?
Yeah, Spin. Can you hear me? Is he muted or something?
Can you hear me?
And by the way, you're locally
No,
muted.
you can't hear.
Oh shit, he might not be able to hear there.
I didn't want to poison the well. I
I'll type
wanted him to be.
I'll type this side chat. Hopefully he gets it.
Well, go. Why don't you go ahead with your thoughts
All
first,
right,
Joe?
All right. I don't guess he went to them for their advice before he kicked off this war. I think he was dumb. It was fucking us on YouTube was talking about the Strait of Hormuz and how dangerous it will be. If he went there and didn't have a plan for that shit, I don't think he gets to call in NATO and be like, y'all owe me, man. If y'all gonna do what y'all gotta do on some shit that you kicked off. He's just trying to drag them in, and I think they should. I don't know. I don't want to say what they should do, but that's what's going on.
Okay.
I have to agree
Balder,
with you. I have to agree with Joe. It's not supposed to be an offensive organization. It's supposed to be defensive. If somebody's attacking somebody in the North Atlantic, which the Strait of Hormuz is not, it's the North Atlantic Treaty Organization that's not in the Atlantic.
Okay. Ant? Sorry. Dusty's in the chat, Spurgin. He's all mad. He left the backstage now. That's what you get. Listen, don't go trying to loophole this shit. Nobody wants Spicoli up and a lot of stuff. You decided to throw yourself in the back. I can choose. Guess what? I'm still the host. I'm still the host here. I'm still it. Yeah. Okay.
Ben, did we get you back yet?
Yes, Ben. You can hear everybody. All right. Ant, your thoughts on the... Wait, did I already do Ant?
No, I was starting to talk and you started interrupting.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Your show. I'll wait.
See, Ant gets it. Ant gets it. Go ahead.
I was going to add, I was just going off what Balderson was saying. It's like, I honestly don't know the NATO treaty in and out. So I don't know if there's provisions in there to give other countries that aren't necessarily NATO members or NATO adjacent in the sense that we have positive economic activity within NATO members. Yeah. We sometimes give like weaker protections to such countries. And I don't know if there's anything in the treaty that actually like insists that we have to. So no, I don't think NATO's obliged to defend the Strait of Hormuz.
Okay. Is Sasquatch to you? Can he hear me? Sasquatch?
He's muted. I don't think he's there.
All right. Maybe he's taking a shit. Bones to you, sir.
So yeah, per Article 5 of NATO, NATO nations cannot just go around and attack other nations. They can only help out a partner nation if that partner nation is being attacked. It's very clear that the U.S. is not being attacked, but we're the ones attacking. So there's clearly no obligation for any NATO member to like intervene with the military or otherwise. And even then, like if the U.S. were attacked, that doesn't mean that NATO members are just going to provide their military support. They could also do economic support, logistics, et cetera, et cetera. So it doesn't mean that they're able to just attack. They can do other things.
That's fair. Andrew?
You guys are right that they're not required to help. Unless the only caveat to that in the Middle East is Turkey. If Turkey gets bombed, then NATO is required to respond. And that's why they were so nervous about that one bomb that went into Turkey. So that can be verified. But to the guy that said Trump, notice that. Yeah. But to the one who said Trump went in there without a plan, do you really think that's true? Hegseth even came out on TV and said about the Strait of Hormuz, like, you don't think we thought of that? Iran does this every time. Like, you think they just didn't think of it? Like, honestly, that's what you think? They're just sitting around. They never thought of it. Like, of course they had a plan. Of course they know what they're doing. And just give them a chance would be my...
Wait. What do you mean give them a chance? They knew what they was doing. They had a plan already.
We're gonna go one at a time. We're gonna go one at a time. We're gonna go one at a time first, and then we can open it up. Finish your thought, Andrew.
They're executing a plan. It's all how the media portrays it. And another thing Hegseth went on TV and said, CNN, you could be saying United States depletes Iranian drones down 90%, but instead you're saying Iran on major offensive. So it's all how it's portrayed. But yes, we are implementing our plan, and they don't have to help, but they should. And if they don't, I have no problem with Trump telling them, fuck you then. All the money that we spend on you, all the help that we give you, so Spain can tell us we can't use your airspace and your base, go fuck yourself then. That would be my response to them. That's fine. You can have that position, but then you don't get any of the benefits that you've been getting. None of them. You don't have our back when we need it. You're not legally required to, but we're not legally required to give you money. And the vast difference in how much we give to all these NATO countries is overwhelming. So if they want to play that game, I have no problem with it, but then don't start crying when because this president will do that when we pull our support, which we should. That's
your terms are acceptable.
Good. We're in agreement.
Let's dissolve NATO.
Ben, if you could take over handing, but I'm on the phone. My son needs me for a second. Effigy, you're next, and then just work your way around and then go into open. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so yeah, they have no obligation to do this. This stupid bully attitude that was just shown is half the reason that they wouldn't do it anyway. The only time Article 5 has ever been invoked, it was invoked by fucking us. And all of these countries did come to help us when we went into Afghanistan, and a lot of them did help us in Iraq. And then we've spent the last decade and a half talking shit about them and telling them they're pieces of shit and talking shit about their army. And now when we go out and fucking start a war and they do exactly what we know they're going to do, like, you go after the fact to beg them to help you, it's the dumbest shit ever. If it is a plan, it's the dumbest plan ever.
No one's
like,
begging for help.
So you're going to strategically bomb a country, but you're going to include the leader of that country, who is also the pope of their religion, and then you're going to accidentally drop bombs on fucking children. Like, no, if this is the plan, it's a horrific plan made by idiots. Come on.
Only an idiot would believe that.
Which
they just
part?
kill children in Gaza and in.
Go ahead. Wait for the after. Wait till after.
Yeah, sorry.
City,
I was back.
City, on you, brother.
Andrew, I can't say it any fucking better than you. I mean, listen, you're right, and I'm gonna just emphasize things that you said, Andrew. We give all this support to all these other countries, and when the United States makes the call, or President Trump makes the call, hey, we could use XYZ 1, 2, 3. I'll use the terminology that he used today. Specialized pieces of machinery, if I'm not correct, or if I am correct. And they say, well, fuck you. Well, wait a minute. So if Iran drops a missile on your head, why should we come and help you? Go fuck yourself. I can't say it any better, but just to emphasize on that one point, and then our allies that are helping, which at this point I don't think Andrew will disagree or anybody will disagree, are limited. Why should our support be the highest respected support when you can't even send a fucking ship over to allow safe travels through the Strait of Hormuz, which in turn will help your economic or your economy, and I go back to something that I've said: you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Fuck. Go ahead, Balderson. I'm sorry.
All right. Good enough. Zers, on you, brother.
Okay, so, wow, this is kind of complicated. So I'm going to have to take it at different levels. First, we would go geographically. They're most certainly within the Article 5, Article 6 of NATO geographically. Now, when we come to the Hormuz situation, my argument is there's two questions. One question is, will some NATO nations have to get involved in clearing of the Strait of Hormuz? And I would have to say that yes, some NATO nations will most likely get involved. Now, the other question is, should they get involved? And seeing that it is an economic stronghold for the world, it's an economic danger to have that area of the world basically under siege, that it's only logical to include NATO nations in the defense of it. So it eventually will end up including some. However, are they required to, is a third level to that question. And that question is no, because it's not. So we weren't definitely attacked. We attacked somebody else. And that area is being basically attacked because of our actions. So the NATO nations have a right under Article, I think it's 4. I'm just guessing. I think it's 4 and 5 of the 4 and 6, because 5 gives them action. It's 4 and 6 which puts the Strait of Hormuz outside of the scope of actions, due to the 4, which allows them to
Jesus, sirs, you're killing me. Big Sarge coming in with the big 5.
Sorry, but if you look at 4 and 6, it definitely defines it as they have a right to individually choose not to engage.
Big Sarge coming in with the big 5 says, no, there should have been a NATO vote on any military actions that involve NATO. That did not happen. Ooh.
Right.
Samuel,
They're allowed
the
to say no.
infamous, says, yo, Tomato, thanks for stopping by the show this Saturday past. Much appreciated. I don't even remember where I went, whether I was in chat or on panel or something, but wherever I was, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Big Sarge coming up with the big 5 says, Hegseth, the same guy who got kicked out of the military, somehow became our Secretary of Defense. What the fuck? Over. Guy's a moron. Any thoughts to that on Hegseth?
He didn't
I agree with sentiment.
Got pushed out.
He did not get kicked out of the United States fucking military.
I said that. He got pushed out, though. If he didn't leave, he was definitely going to get kicked out.
There's a big difference.
And my thought on it is most of the people in charge, including the president, who's bitch ass fucking cut out of war. He tells us what an athlete he is, but he couldn't fucking go serve because of his bone spurs. Should never be allowed in charge of the military.
That's fair. Big Sarge says, with a correction, well, forced out, not kicked out, as an insider threat. I digress. Got caught up in the moment. I like it when you get caught up in the moment, Big Sarge. We thoroughly enjoy that. Thank you so kindly. I guess
Hashtag draft Baron Trump.
Felons could always get their 2A rights back, man. That's such a weird one that everybody believes, and that's state by state. Like South Dakota, you don't even got to request it; you just get them back unless you were violent. I don't know why everybody believes felons can't vote and felons can't have guns.
I don't know if Joe got the answer on the NATO thing, because I rambled on about, basically eventually it's going to need protected.
Was that still your opening?
It was, I think, yeah.
we started with Joe, and that was, you came in while Zers was the final person giving his answer, so then it would have been open panel right after Zers got done.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, did it start with Joe? Sorry.
All right. Yeah.
I have to make. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zers.
I didn't say anything.
That was me talking. I was going to say that I disagree with all of the. It's in the best interest of these countries. The NATO, it would serve them and all of that type of stuff. I think that it would set a bad standard. That whoever we attacked or somebody attacked, they don't even have to look at the reason. They're just supposed to jump in and fight just because. They shouldn't be setting that precedent.
Well, and the problem for Europe is this fight is including Russia, and the problem for Europe, and just like Andrew was talking about how we can cut off people that aren't complying with us, Russia is like, oh yeah, Europe, you want to attack us? Oh, gas.
Yeah, Russia's helping Iran. That I don't get is Russia's helping Iran, and we're like buddy with them for what fucking reason? I have no clue.
Yeah, we just took off the oil sanctions from them for some fucking reason.
Right.
We talked also about how the financial system is really kind of teetering on the brink here. We've got so much debt that we can't really afford to stock our stockpiles. We can't afford to keep up in a lot of ways. But the dangerous thing is that Iran is now saying, you know what? Hey, We can crash the American petrodollar by forcing you to trade in the Chinese petrodollar. And if we crash the
That's been that fear all along.
Are you talking about like the government's debt, or are you talking about unsecured debt? Like what debt are we talking about here?
$39 trillion in America debt.
Yeah, to the World
That,
Bank.
that tax money, that tariff money Trump got to pay back.
I didn't hear that over 3 people talking.
What? Yeah, so like, why is the amount of debt just inherently bad as opposed to something like a debt to GDP
ratio?
ratio?
If the world is no longer trading in our dollar, it loses value. And if then all of a sudden we stop...
Yeah, by and large, which countries aren't like partaking in the dollar?
Well, actually, a lot of countries have already established...
Which ones?
Most of the European countries already have Chinese infrastructure set up within them to trade off of the Chinese yuan. I don't remember how to pronounce that, but it is actually the second largest currency in the world at this point in time, and it is also backed by a petrodollar. And if Iran, who is currently controlling all the oil in the world, says, you know what, you can trade, but you can only trade in the UN, then what are we going to do? Because then our dollar has no more value.
And Bones, don't forget to be a gentleman. Be a...
Man, I'm so sorry, but like Europe is not trading the American dollar. Like that was the claim earlier.
They are, but they also have already signed up with China to be able to possibly trade in their dollar.
Isn't that good to be collaborative across other nations economically?
Do you know what happened to Europe after World War I and World War II? How we transferred all the wealth out of Europe into the United States and made this huge. We made reparations for Germany that they couldn't afford. We basically had already bankrupted most of Europe. They spent everything on war. And then we picked up the currency. We became the world leader. Well, if all of a sudden out of war, China does the exact same playbook we did, we're going to be the new Europe who's in debt to the World Bank and to the United States. And our dollar...
Do you know the symmetry breaker between these two situations?
Go ahead, you tell me.
It's that Europe was the invaded power, and that as a result of them being invaded, and as a result of the conflict over there, their entire infrastructure was completely shot. Unless the U.S. is going to be in that same situation, I just have to disagree entirely that we're going to be like subservient to China, just because we went to war with Iran.
Subservient to China. I'm saying that our economy stands to be destroyed if we're not calculating things well.
Yeah, but that would only like stand to be the case if we had our infrastructure just like significantly destroyed in the process.
We don't have anything anymore. We literally.
What do you mean we don't have infrastructure? Like military infrastructure globally, like alone?
Infrastructure.
Our investments in like intercom or telecoms, like. I just don't get what your point is here. That it would only be the case if like America's capability of being able to be an economic power was destroyed somehow.
Well, we keep going to war, which is one of the costliest things that we can do. And then if people all of a sudden are not helping us and they're getting all their goods from elsewhere, we no longer produce anything that they need. If
we produce services for the world, what are you talking about?
Nobody cares about American services. They care about the goods that they get from China. They care about the good tech and all that. What services do we provide?
So we provide engineering services, and on China, like in particular, NVIDIA being a big telecom or not telecoms, but like being a big AI company, a lot of their corporate offices are in the United States. A lot of the like engineers that go to make like NVIDIA chips are U.S. born engineers. It's the case that like we produce like a lot of the intellectual like backing for a lot of projects globally, whether it be in like economics, whether it be in science, medicine, et cetera, et cetera. The idea that the global like market isn't like interacting with the United States anymore just because we're not producing simple goods is just not true.
Okay, you're not hearing me. We don't have anything to back up our dollar. Our dollar is back.
Yeah. Are you talking about us being a fiat currency?
Yes and no. What I'm saying is that, how do I put this? Our dollar is propped up on our agreement with the UAE. It started with the UAE and went to OPEC. If OPEC decides to pull out and not back our dollar anymore, and they start trading in the UN, There is nothing backing our dollar. So yes, that's fiat currency. But what we're not taking into consideration is we might have a few people that are around the world doing great things. All countries do. But China is actively building the infrastructure to network the world. And they're using loopholes to get around us. They're offering alternatives to the system that we put in place that we control. And we're literally like the big bully of the world. It's not that people want to be our best friend. It's not that people want to go to wars for us. It's people feel obligated because we have all the money. And if we lose control of that because we put ourselves in a bad situation by putting us in countless wars we can't afford, if we don't watch how strategically other countries are taking advantage of our stupid, thoughtless moves, we're in danger. We need to all get together, us Americans, and tell our government we're tired of this bullshit. And we need to start actually backing our economy up with goods. We need to start becoming a skilled society again that can take care of itself. If we are completely dependent on others to take care of ourselves, we're fucked. That's personally and as a country.
So this is just going to be a false claim that we're going to be like more productive somehow if we start shifting towards basic goods. As far as like worker productivity is concerned, we've been like, if not the top, one of the top nations for worker productivity. Our workers make more per hour than any other country in the world. So like that's just false. And also like the idea that like China is currently like at parity competitor globally when it comes to like finances, when it comes to technology, that's just not true. Like maybe in certain aspects they might be catching up or ahead, but just as a whole, no, absolutely not. You need to substantiate that. You need to substantiate all that.
A lot of that is beyond my ability to substantiate on this platform right now. But
then respectively, I don't think you should